started taking riding lessons when I was 7, so roughly 16 years. 17 in July. I don't really remember. I think I just signed up for a riding lesson as we were trying to feel out different activities, and that's the one that I really like. I've worked here in the summer for the past 8 summers, yes. There's 76 horses total. No, but when I was in college, camp let me lease one of their horses, so I took her to school with me. Her name's Babe, and there's nothing about her that is not perfect. She's being used as an adventure camper horse these days.
Really?
So I don't get to ride her anymore, but she's still my favorite. They came to my school for a promotion. So Megan and I manage the horse herd, so every day we feed them and check them over. Since there's so many horses, chances are one of them will come in with at least a minor injury, so we have to treat whatever lameness issues crop up with them. And then what our big thing this past spring, aside from running the equestrian programs, so anytime a school group is in and wants to ride, we'll take out those rides. We do horse road scholars programs, so they're exclusively horseback riding, and it's basically like horse camp but in the off season and for adults. And then our big thing this spring was, since last summer we got 21 new horses, so working them into the program is pretty time constraining. As far as strengths go, I know the herd really well because I've been around the same horses for the past 7 or 8 years. So being very familiar with them and their personalities and like what level rider they get, and I think that that's very helpful because if one of them is off, it's more noticeable because we're around them all the time and I know them pretty well. So 2 things. A lot of times people come here and they've never ridden a horse before, so it's their first time ever on a horse, and especially if they haven't even been exposed to them that much, a lot of times people will be at least nervous, if not downright scared about it, which is understandable. It's a very large animal and it has its own brain. So getting to expose people to that for the first time is really neat because I like it so much that it's very rewarding to be able to share something that's so important to me with somebody. And then the other thing that I really like about this job is a lot of the people that are currently working in the barn right now I've had as campers on Horse Adventure or trained in as CITs, so watching them work up the ladder is really neat as well. So those 21 new horses that we got, a lot of them are finally working into the program, so watching campers ride them is my favorite thing that's happening right now because we've worked for a lot of months with them to try and get them ready to be in the program, so it's really finally starting to pay off, and that's really neat. For a really long time, I've known that I wanted to go into a horse-related field, so I would assume that I'd probably still be working with horses somehow, but yeah, I don't know. I might still be at the racetrack, but that's the only... I'd be a lot less happy, because most of my friends I met here that I currently have, so... I would suggest that they come try our horse camp or horse adventure program, especially if they're really new to horses. The horse camp program focuses a lot on beginner teaching. You have to be a little bit more experienced for adventure just because that adds a camping aspect too. But yeah, I would suggest trying the horse camp or horse adventure program because we start with very basics and teach you a lot about horses in both of those programs, so that would be a good introduction to find out if you like being more involved with them.